Congressman George Santos announces he will not seek re-election following a massive fraud scandal.
The national blood supply has dropped dangerously low since August.
Chick-fil-A tests its new drone delivery service in hopes of delicious results.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV Nightly News.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us on ntTV Nightly News. I'm Isabella Quintanilla.
And I'm Mauricio Ortiz-Segura. Tonight, a special look at how ntTV and the other student broadcast organizations work together to deliver news and entertainment to Denton.
And an in-depth look on our beloved organized chaos.
The fictional career of U.S. Congressman George Santos has seemingly come to an end. United States Representative George Santos has announced that he will not seek re-election next year. This announcement comes after the House Ethics Committee released a report slamming his misconduct and his personal lies. The report was over 100 pages and detailed a long list of fabrications and crimes from Santos. The lies included fake degrees, hidden evictions, and unpaid debts totaling up to thousands of dollars. Federal prosecutors have already charged them with 23 alleged crimes, including misuse of public funds, money laundering, and wire fraud. Santos never responded to any of the committee's requests for documents or personal testimony. However, he has pleaded not guilty to all charges, calling the report a disgusting politicized smear.
It's one of the most recognized logos in the world, and today, workers across the country are on strike. Starbucks workers want better wages, benefits, and the right to organize in unions. ntTV's Avery Callens has more on its impact here in Denton.
No coffee! No contracts, no coffee!
Instead of brewing coffee, Starbucks baristas are vocally striking for change.
We're out here today because we're going on strike. Today is Red Cup Day, which is one of the most profitable days of the year for Starbucks.
Red Cup Day is when customers can get a free reusable cup with their purchase of a holiday drink. Today, hundreds of unionized stores are striking because of Starbucks union-busting actions. This includes withholding raises and taking away credit card tipping.
And it's really frustrating, so we're here to show them that we're not taking any more of that.
After a year and a half of anticipation, the baristas at Starbucks Razor Ranch are finally seeing their unionization efforts push forward. This includes Hinkle joining the unionization and moments like these.
Who calls the shots? We call the shots!
As of yesterday, the Starbucks on University and Hinkle held their vote to unionize, with all 19 baristas making the agreement to do so.
Yeah, I think it's really powerful. I love that, like, as different stores can be like a collective. I think it's awesome because we all go through the same thing. I think it's even more powerful for the community support.
As baristas are standing outside voicing their concerns, local management is inside trying to continue business as usual. Although they have declined to comment, Starbucks corporate has released a statement saying, "We remain committed to working with all partners side by side to elevate the everyday, and we hope that Workers United priorities will shift to include the shared success of our partners and negotiating contracts for those they represent."
We would love to be in there and do what we are here to do. We just need the tools and the resources to do it.
With North Texas Television, I'm Avery Callens.
Well, Isabella, based on today's weather, it might be time to bring out the ugly sweaters and the fuzzy socks.
Oh yes, Mauricio, I have been waiting for this moment. I have the most amazing fuzzy sock collection that I just can't wait to bring out. Now, why don't we check in with our weather anchor, Cade Klein, to see if he has his fuzzy socks on standby as well. Cade?
Well, I appreciate both of y'all's optimism when it comes to wearing Christmas attire. Fall weather is definitely here to stay for a while. As you look toward our current conditions across Denton, it is currently cloudy right now with a current tip of 58 degrees, feeling like 57. Winds out of the south-southeast at 7 miles per hour. As you look toward tonight, things are going to cool down just a little bit. It's going to be 55 degrees, feeling like 52. Winds out of the south at 9, and it's going to be partly cloudy skies. As you look toward tomorrow, things are going to heat up. to a mild 68 degrees, feeling like 67. Winds again pretty strong at 8 miles per hour out of the east-northeast, and it's going to be partly cloudy skies. That's all I have for weather right now, but stay tuned for your 7-day forecast.
Thank you, Cade. If you are looking for a day to quit smoking, it's today. The American Cancer Society established the Great American Smokeout back in 1977. It began as an effort to help people stop smoking and prevent cancer. According to the American Cancer Society, 42% of cancers are preventable, and half of them are caused by tobacco. Here are a few tips. 1. Keep in mind why you want to quit. Write those down and look back on them often. 2. Let other people know your goals so that they can support you. 3. Make a plan. This will usually be a combination of medical assistance, a change in personal habits, and emotional support. As you are looking for ways to quit, keep in mind that while vapes don't contain tobacco, one pod can contain the nicotine equivalent of 20 to 40 cigarettes, so they are often even more addictive.
One of the most critical elements of healthcare is a consistent and safe blood supply. However, there is a national shortage in blood donations. And now, with the holidays coming up, the national blood shortage is an even bigger concern. ntTV's April Purdant investigated more on the whys of this nationwide issue. April?
Thanks, Isabella. You are completely right. Blood donations have decreased drastically with the number of donors declining. I was in Washington, D.C. covering this story and learned part of the problem is an age gap and a drop in organized blood drives, fallout from the COVID pandemic.
Blood, a vital component of the human body. Without it, we can't survive.
Every 2 seconds, someone in the United States needs blood, and the American Red Cross declared a national blood shortage with a critically low blood supply that nearly dropped 25%.
We provide about 40% of the nation's blood supply, so when people don't donate, that's what creates the shortage.
Other contributing factors for low blood donations have impacted the shortage.
Hurricane Idalia affected that dramatically. When it hit Florida and the southeast, we had to shut down drives completely because of the devastation in its wake.
In some cases, the repercussions of COVID have significantly affected the nation's blood supply.
People haven't really come back to the offices as much as we thought they would. And so there are a lot of companies around here who we relied on for hosting blood drives.
While some have stopped hosting blood drives, others have stepped up.
We wanted to organize a blood drive just to help out the community. We know there's like a blood shortage right now, and given that, one donation can save 3 lives, we really want to help have an impact on our community.
We really need a younger demographic to step up and start donating more, because I think that is where the change is really happening.
And they are definitely making a change. UNT TAM's Hope students partnered with Carter Blood Care and succeeded with a donation of 102 units of blood.
Donating blood is what Carter also says is giving the gift of life. And I'm really happy to say that I was a part in helping save lives.
As the holidays come around, a gift you can give this holiday season is a blood donation.
Blood donation isn't always top of mind, but yet there's patients still in the hospitals that need those transfusions. And so I would encourage anybody to come donate during the holidays.
With a long road to blood supply recovery, help make a change and donate today.
In order to replenish the national blood supply demand, we need 10,000 units of blood donated each week. You can start today by downloading the Red. Back to you guys in the desk.
Thanks, April. Up next, some special Turkey Day treats.
And a look at how much you need to bundle up for Thanksgiving Day.
Look up here. 1, 2, 3. Mom, Dad, I got it.
You're right, Mom. I have.
And now we return to Fabric of Passion.
Oh, Hector, it will be so hard for us to part, but we must.
But, my love, What did I do? I thought we were meant to be together forever.
I am so disheartened to say that you're just not in style anymore. But you will be, to someone else, in a better place.
You're gonna shred me?
No.
I'm donating you to one of the many clothing donation boxes available on campus. There is one in the Union by the Syndicate and one on Union Circle Drive.
Oh, well, why didn't you just say so? I'm gonna be someone's new shirt.
I thought you'd be more distressed.
Oh, absolutely not. It was cramped in your closet anyways.
Maybe you would like to be shredded after all.
Thanksgiving and Christmas is almost upon us, and I can just smell the turkey, gravy, and dressing right now.
Tell me about it. My mouth is watering thinking about all that food. Luckily, our segment anchor, Allie Horton, has more on where to get your grub on during the holidays. Allie?
Ice cream might be an unusual craving during the wintertime, but a new seasonal flavor is something I'm thankful for this holiday. Baskin-Robbins has done it again with their ice cream creations this year. A Thanksgiving flavor called Turkey Day Fixins has arrived on the scene. And no, there's no real turkey bits in this treat, but you will be met with a blend of sweet potato, cornbread, and cranberry sauce, and it will have you squealing in delight. Now, we all know that Thanksgiving isn't all about eating dessert. If you're not a turkey person, maybe fried chicken will float your gravy boat. Chick-fil-A is offering chicken for people in a new way via drone delivery. Although only certain locations across the U.S. will offer this service, lucky customers can request their order through the Chick-fil-A app during certain hours and within certain distances. Well, it looks like chicken will be able to fly this season, so make sure not to miss out. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Allie.
Oh. Are you good there, Mauricio?
Yeah, I know. This cold weather is really kicking my butt.
Well, our weather anchor, Cade Klein, can give us an insight into the upcoming week's weather to see if you need to stay indoors. How about it, Cade?
All right, so again, fall weather is here. As you can see here, it's still here to stay. We got high 50s and low 60s across the board for North Texas. And as we expand to the state of Texas, most of Texas is going to be in the 60s, highlighting 58 in Denton, 68 in El Paso, and 69 in Amarillo. And as we look toward our 7-day forecast here, we got Friday and Saturday being high of 68, low of 49 on Friday, low of 52 on Saturday. Both days will have a mix of sun and clouds. Sunday and Monday we will have rain. We will have chances of rain, highs staying in the 60s and 70s, lows in the 50s and 40s. We have a 94% chance of rain on Sunday and an 84% chance on Monday. And then for Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to have sunny skies, high of 57 on Tuesday, low of 38, Wednesday high of 62 and low of 39. But as far as our Thanksgiving Day forecast goes, we got 67 as our actual temp, 68 is the feel-like temperature, and we'll have pretty strong winds out of the southeast at 12 miles per hour. And that's all I have for weather today. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Kay. Tonight, in our final segment of Meet the Dean, Dr. Albert Bimper shared his hopes and dreams for the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences and the students within.
What is the biggest goal you set for yourself coming into this role? What did you want to achieve?
That's a hard question. Well, it's probably simplest, student success, right? Ways in which we're preparing students to be really engaged and prepared as leaders for the really interesting, messy, sticky kind of challenges that the world presents. Like, I want students that are going to be thinking about how they can take on roles, not only just get into the, into a career and find a job, but find a pathway of elevating themselves, and again, be a leader in those spaces. You'll hear me say language like the mission, the responsibility. I often say is to amplify human potential to propel transformation. Right? That's the responsibility that I feel and I want us to carry with us. And I think that should be, again, an inspiring, motivating identity of who we are.
Give them the materials to succeed.
That's right, that's right.
And so my last question is, how do you plan to achieve that?
You know, early on right now, it requires a lot of listening. So coming in, hearing how things have come to be, and there's a lot of institutional knowledge that's within the leadership team that I have within the college. Our associate deans, and many of our department chairs, and so it's important to kind of listen and learn from what they've been working through, so I can best understand the next best question to ask.
So what would you say you've learned so far?
Man, what have I learned so far? I love it here.
Yeah.
We have amazing students doing great things. I've learned that we are really set up to provide students with a lot of skills. Yeah. And so, I think there's a lot of capacity here. I think I've learned a lot of the passion from our alumni that they have for UNT, and that's really exciting. So I've learned that folks are engaged and they're hungry for whatever is next.
Thank you for tuning in to our series, and we'd like to thank Dr. Bimber for taking the time to sit down with us and give us a little insight into who he is and his journey.
ntTV's Noon Show had an exciting show earlier today. Our talent and crew packed up all their equipment and took their whole show outside of the studio. Broadcasting live from the Union balcony, not only was it fun for everyone involved, but it was a great opportunity to get our student volunteers more experience and out of their comfort zone. It was also a great way to get our organization more involved on campus by showing students what we do at ntTV. We definitely got some attention, and UNT's President Neil Smaltresk even made an appearance, stopping by to say hi to our crew. This took a lot of planning and manpower, but thanks to our incredible staff and student volunteers, we made it happen.
You can get a tour of the radio, TV, film, and performing arts studio right here on ntTV, and see just how you can join us at the foremost media organization at UNT after the break.
And now an inside look into the Media Arts Department to see where the magic happens.
Our first stop tonight is with ntTV's Eva Caldera, who is in the Media Arts Production Equipment Room. Eva?
Thanks, Mauricio and Isabella, and you are so right. The Media Arts Department offers a wide range of media opportunities to its students. I'm here in the Production Equipment Room, which is home base to our very active film truck. There is enough equipment here to shoot 5 full-length feature films at one time. Students interested in following a film career have access to gear that gives them a truly professional experience. Our students bring home awards and recognition at the national, state, and local levels for their work and creativity. This department is also home for our very new gaming track, which allows students to use audio, cameras, and the studios in their work. As I said, there's a lot to offer in this department, and my colleague, ntTV James Peeler, is at KNTU for more on our audio and radio program. James?
Thanks, Eva. I'm here outside 88.1 KNTU, which began broadcasting Halloween 1969. A lot's happened since then, and KNTU's been there for it all. Originally a jazz station, last year they decided to make a change. With Denton's music taste evolving to the times, KNTU has made it their mission to bring the underground to the airwaves. The switch to alternative and pop punk grew their audience size by 400% within months. But if you missed the jazz programming, KNTU still broadcasts jazz music on 88.1 HD2. KNTU helps operate the North Texas streaming network for those interested in sports broadcasting. They also offer podcasts like The Main Event, North Texas in Focus, and others. You can tune into all programming on the radio or the Media North Texas website. Now let's head downstairs and meet ntTV's Piper Gifford, who's outside Studio A, with an inside look as to how a live production broadcast is ran and a production is made. Piper?
That's right, James. I'm here right outside Studio A. This is where all the magic happens. If you follow me inside here, we'll take a look inside Studio A. Studio A is where our sports shows are, our entertainment shows, and even where some of our students learn the behind-the-scenes action. Now, if you follow me in here, this is our engineering master control room. Right here I have John Wallace-Johns with me. So John, can you tell me a little bit about how the students learn behind the scenes stuff and how it helps us make our show go live on air?
Well, the students here, I see them as the customer service department for the productions. The engineering department is here to support productions however we can, whether if it's through routing or audio or helping color correct. Those kinds of things.
Well, that's awesome. And if you're around here quite often, you'll probably see them around. And if you follow me in here, this is behind the scenes of where our news show happens. Say hi, news crew. Hi. Right here we have our prompter. Here we have our playback, our graphics, our technical director, and our audio is right back here behind that glass. And this is our director. Now, let's head back inside the studio to Isabella.
Thanks, Piper. I'm here in the studio with Professor Phyllis Slocum, who is the station manager for ntTV. So Phyllis, what about ntTV is so special to you?
That is an easy question to answer, Bella. It's you all, the students. It's the passion, the commitment, and the energy that you all bring to everything you do here, whether it's news, sports, weather, entertainment, marketing, you name it. That's what makes it so special and what makes all of us so special.
Oh, thank you so much, Phyllis. That means a lot to hear. Now, there's a lot going on in class, and it's not all about news. We can't forget about sports. Let's send it over to Mauricio and Sebastian to see what's going on in the sports world today.
Thanks, Isabella. Sports is one of my favorite segments, and Sebastian Nava here has the full scoop. Sabas, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, but you're right, we do have the full scoop here, because today I'll be talking hoops and hardwoods and another championship that is coming to North Texas. You can hear all about it after the break.
Ever happened to you?
My bike! My bike is gone!
Stolen bikes are an epidemic sweeping college campuses across America.
What am I supposed to do?
It's quite simple. The We Mean Green Fund has partnered with the UNT Police Department to offer free bike locks to any UNT student with a bike. Just show up with your bike in tow and ask.
Now I'll never lose my bike ever again.
Enough worrying. Get your bike lock today.
Shouldn't litter. It's bad for the environment.
I guess you're right. I'm gonna go throw this away.
The Dallas Mavericks visited the nation's capital yesterday and used another Luka magic performance to beat the Wizards. Luka Doncic finished the game with another double-double after scoring 26 and dishing out 10 assists. Dallas was without guard Kyrie Irving, who missed yesterday's game with a right foot sprain. But the Mavs dev said, no Kyrie, no problem. 6 different Mavericks finished the game with double-digit points, including Tim Hardaway Jr., who finished the contest with a game-high 31 points after making 7 of his 11 three-point attempts. Mavs rookie center Derek Lively had a good display on both sides of the court, finishing with 17 points, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks, and a steal in Dallas's 130-117 win. The Mavericks' next game will be this Saturday in Milwaukee to take on the new dynamic duo Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Today will be a big day for Mean Green basketball with a doubleheader featuring both men's and women's team. The men's team saw action earlier today in the Charleston Classic versus all-time great coach Rick Pitino and the St. John's Red Storm. The Red Storm led all but 49 seconds, and the Mean Green made it an interesting one at the wire. The Mean Green came up just short at the end of the game with a missed jump shot from guard Aaron Scott, and the game ended with a Mean Green loss 52-52. They now move to the consolation ladder and will play tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. against the loser between the Dayton Flyers and LSU Tigers. The women's team will tip off the second part of today's doubleheader as they get set to take on the Stephen F. Austin Lady Jacks. The Mean Green are looking to bounce back after a tough 74-55 loss in College Station to the Texas A&M Aggies this past Sunday. Now, with North Texas being a hotbed for sports, it's no surprise that one of the fastest growing sports in the country decided to come to DFW to host one of its biggest events. I had the chance to go to Brookhaven Country Club to see firsthand the USA Pickleball National Championships and visit Pickleball Boulevard. 2023 USA Pickleball National Championships were hosted right here in the Metroplex last week. Last week's tournament served as the pinnacle of pickleball, with over 3,400 players in the pro and amateur brackets and over 10,000 spectators flocking to North Texas to witness what is becoming one of America's favorite pastimes.
Oh, it's blown up. In the last year and a half, it's been exponential, where we've had an increase in the number of events that we've been going to. I mean, if you just look around and see this event today, it's insane how many, not only amateur players that are playing, the amount of vendors that are here, all the different companies that are represented. It's quite an undertaking that 2-3 years ago, there was probably 3 tents, you know? So it's quite a change.
According to a survey conducted by the Sports and Fitness Industry Association, pickleball was named the fastest growing sport in America, with over 4.8 million players and growing over 39% from 2020 to 2022, leaving many excited for what's next for the sport.
The sport of pickleball, I see a great future. I mean, we see, we also find out pickleball is like at sandbars or stuff like that, and you know, anybody's welcome to play. You know, it's not just for pros. You know, you could be an amateur, you could be a beginner. Doesn't matter. You know, the sport's going to grow more and more.
But everybody should give it a try, because you don't have to have great athletic skills to play. I mean, to be a pro, yes, but not just to play every day. You can, an everyday person can play, and it's inexpensive, and get out there and try it.
So that's exactly what I decided to do. I picked up a paddle and decided to start playing it for myself. Reporting for ntTV, I'm Sebastian Nava. So obviously, I need a little bit more practice if I want to make it onto the court over in Brookhaven, but don't worry, I have a whole winter break to practice, so best believe when we come back, I'm going to be running the courts around here. So take that as you will. Now that's all I have for sports. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Sebastian.
Thank you so much.
Don't let anyone else tell you differently. You're a pro at pickleball. Definitely better than I am. I played all at one time.
I haven't played at all, so you're doing better than I am.
Okay, so match.
Yeah.
I would win.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we go, I know this is my last show this semester, but it's also my last show for ntTV as I'm graduating the fall. So thank you to everyone for making my experience so amazing. It's been an honor being a part of ntTV.
Well, Bella, you were my first co-host, and I'm so dang honored that I could be your last, because you're such an amazing reporter, and you're going to do great things.
Aww.
And from our family to yours, thanks for watching ntTV Nightly News.
Have a happy holiday season, and remember not to eat too much turkey.